These rocky shores where I call home, where my heart longs to be. Whenever I roam, it's these rocky shores, it's where I long to be. Yes, it's these rocky shores, they are home to me.
Whenever I leave here, it hurts me so. With tears in my eyes, oh, I hate to go. There ain't no work, and the kids need new clothes. The bills need paying, so I must go.
These rocky shores where I call home, where my heart longs to be. Whenever I roam, yes, these rocky shores, it's where I long to be. Yes, these rocky shores, they're home to me.
I think to myself, where did it all go? The life I once had on the ocean's gentle road. My tears in my eyes and my head in my hands, away from my family, I hope they understand.
That is these rocky shores where I call home, it's where my heart longs to be. Whenever I roam, yes, these rocky shores where I long to be. Yes, these rocky shores, they are home to me. Yes, these rocky shores, they are home to me.
Good evening. Welcome to This Week in Review. Tonight's stories include Postal Service is being restored, wolf cubs clean up around our community, Christmas is fast approaching, Virgio's second come home year is getting closer. These stories plus community events, the BBS Playbill, Off the Rack, and more coming up after this.
This is Megan of the War Amps Child Amputee Program. She lost her arm in a car accident. How would you feel if you had been the driver who hit her?
Let's all drive safe.
A message from the War Amps Drive Safe program.
On Friday of this past week, Postal Service got back to normal after a strike by Canada Post employees stopped the mail in its tracks for more than 2 weeks. For the first time since some employees with Canada Post went on strike in November, the mail truck made its regular run on Friday morning. The truck didn't have a big load of mail, since the only tractor-trailer to arrive in Stephenville was a tractor-trailer that had been parked in Port aux Basques since the strike began a little over 2 weeks ago. The amount of mail going back was a different story, as people are anxious to get their Christmas parcels to their destinations before the December 25th, Christmas Day. The mail truck driver is expecting the mail to pick up on Monday. And hopefully all those expecting parcels for Christmas will receive them in time. The Burgeo wolf cubs were out and about on Saturday morning picking up litter around our community. The wolf cubs made a good effort on Saturday to get the town cleaned up before Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus arrived earlier today. Neil Spencer, one of the leaders with the wolf cubs, informed BBS that the wolf cubs do this cleanup every year as a fundraiser. All the money raised through the cleanup will go to help offset the costs for registration for the boys. Currently, the registration for wolf cubs is $35 per child. While they were doing their cleanup, the boys also kept a separate bag for recyclable goods, which will raise a little more money through their cleanup efforts. As 1998 gets closer, so does Burgeo's second Come Home year. The invitations for the Come Home year should arrive in Burgeo any day now. Once they are received, they will be available at the town office for you to pick up and mail to your relatives who have moved away. Also, any group or organization that plans to schedule events to be held throughout the festivities are asked to please have them submitted to Paulette Marsden by Monday, January 11th, so they can be included in the Come Home Year brochure. Also, if there are any events you would like to see included in the Come Home Year festivities, please contact Paulette and the committee will look at having them included. Stay with us for more of This Week in Review coming up in just a moment.
This is Cliff Chatterton of the War Amps. I've known Megan since she was 3.
This is your new swimming arm. This is the sport hand that goes with it, okay?
She was enrolled in Champ after a terrible car crash cost her an arm. Show kids you care. Be a part of the War Amps Drive Safe campaign.
Drive safe.
Christmas spirit filled the air earlier today as the Burgeo Lions Club held their annual Santa Claus Parade.
That's the fire truck starting it off, and they're going to get...
Fire truck starts the parade every year. The fire department has been involved in the parade for as long as I can remember. Fire department, I think, have a total of 4 vehicles, counting both fire trucks. 5 if you count their float, actually. Here's Sibley's ambulance. They're in the float again every year. And our first float coming up here now, Foodland's float. Christmas, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Actually, that's on the billboard up at Foodland. I was wondering, I saw it there earlier in the week, I was wondering why it was there, but I guess that's why. Okay, the float coming into the screen now is the Town Council float, Christmas at Sesame Street. We've seen a number of floats go by and they've got all these beautiful gifts wrapped up. I think if I was on either one of those floats, I'd have to have them open by now.
I think so too. there's Cookie Monster is the one you can really see.
Yeah, Cookie Monster's there in the front. Big Bird. Big Bird's sort of hidden behind the tree from us, but I guess you can see him from the other side. And Bert and Ernie. Okay, this is the Lioness. Looks like there's a few Dalmatians on that one.
The Dalmatians and Cruella de Vil is on there as well.
Okay. She's trying to catch those Dalmatians, yeah.
And this is Pathfinders coming off again. I don't think they have a slogan type thing.
No, I don't think there's nothing on the float, I guess. It's just, looks like there's a few clowns and Jack in the Boxes. And this is Innovative Fisheries coming up here now. This is the first of 2 Santas that are stuck in the chimney.
That's right. This one's legs are staying still.
Yeah. This one must be on his way out because the gifts are already under the tree.
Why is the tree outdoors?
Good point.
Maybe they have like an outdoor tree and an indoor tree. Who knows?
Yeah, this is the Sea Cadets, the first of 2 entries by the Sea Cadets. I think they've had this snowman actually in the parade for a few years now.
Yep. Twirling the baton, which looks so simple.
Makes it look so easy.
I'm sure it is, just really easy.
I think I'd be like one of those ones with the arrow down around their head, sticking out both sides. I think they're definitely a highlight of the parade every year. They do a wonderful job every year providing entertainment. Okay, and we've got the Boy Scouts coming into view now.
With Rudolph towing the boat.
The Rudolph won. Santa's got a few elves with him. Lots of gifts. Again, unopened.
Yes, but the teddy bear is out.
The teddy bear is out, yeah, but I think I'd have to open them all.
Yep.
And that's being towed, their float this year is being towed by the wildlife truck.
Yep.
Sort of fitting, we wouldn't want anyone to shoot Rudolph before Christmas.
I think that would be really disappointing. I guess this is the Sea Cadets again.
This is the Sea Cadets again. Santa's trying to get out of that one or get in, one or the other.
We're wondering where they
feet
have
are
to
going.
outdoors as well.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he'll get out. If not, we might not get any Christmas presents.
That would be really bad.
I think there's a couple Sea Cadets there that are waiting for their gifts. Okay, we've got AJ Matthews coming now.
From cavemen to computers. With the Flintstones.
Got a lovely job done with their Flintstone characters. Their float is a little bit back onto our cameras because they're facing the back of their float, but it's still a beautiful job.
You'll see it now, I guess you won't. And this is the Help Committee along with the Bright Sides Youth Committee with Christmas is Caring.
You can't emphasize too much the importance of Christmas.
They're all out waiting to open the presents under the tree.
This is the ground search and rescue. Hug a tree and survive. I think they're trying to tell you that if you get lost, you should stay where you're to and not go wandering around.
I guess so.
You can see one of the ones there.
Actually hugging the tree.
And we've got the fire department van coming now.
And the junior fire van.
They've had that one in the in the parade actually now for a couple of years, haven't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it was their float one year, and then they continued to have it in the parade. Okay, we've got the Calder Healthcare Center coming now. Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. Very big Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, it looks like it's made from paper mache.
Yeah.
And we've got some of the residents from the Calder Healthcare Center sitting in the float as well.
Looks like he's full of honey.
Been sneaking a bit of a lunch again, I guess. Okay, this is the fire department Winter Wonderland float. It looks like we're getting close to the end of the parade again this year. I guess a lot of the kids are heading to the community center now to get a goodie bag of treats.
And this is St. John Central High.
And Chef Boyardee.
That's right.
Okay, and we've got the LOA, which is the LOL and the LOBA combined, with their replica of the lodge. And coming up behind that, I think we have
The
dear old Santa himself.
Star of the parade.
Santa and Mrs. Claus. And of course we've got the last entry by the fire department, I guess you call it, the old fire truck. So once again, we'd like to thank all those who tuned in to view the parade.
Live.
It's been a beautiful day today. Melissa finds it a little bit cold, but I don't think it's that bad.
It's freezing out here.
No, it's not.
Believe me.
Okay, well once again, we'd like to thank everyone that tuned in and wish you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
The gigantic BBS Christmas tree was also lit earlier this evening during a tree lighting ceremony. like to remind boys and girls that Santa and Mrs. Claus will be here next Sunday from 2:30 to 4 p.m. to take your calls. This is your chance to talk directly to Santa Claus and tell him what you would like to have for Christmas. The BBS volunteers will also be holding a Christmas radio show here on Channel 10 later in the month. We'll have complete details on that for you on next week's program. Also, as the Christmas season draws nearer and the Christmas parties begin, we would like to remind you of the risk you are taking if you decide to drink and drive. If you're planning to drink, please have a designated driver or leave your vehicle at home. Let's make the holiday season safe and enjoyable for everyone. Stay with us for Off the Rack, community events, and the BBS Playbill. All that after this.
The war amps know the cost of war. It would be compounding the tragedy if we did not tell about it. What better group to hear the story than the graduates of our child amputee program, Operation Legacy, seminars at which the war amps, partly through our Never Again videos, interpret the horror of war. These champs can then pass on the message. Operation Legacy, a war amps program warning of the tragedy in human terms.
Off the Rack. Before Santa and Mrs. Claus go to the plant parking lot each year to participate in the annual Santa Claus Parade, they visit the patients at the Calder Healthcare Center. Well, this week as we scanned our tape racks, we came across a video of the Calder Healthcare Center under construction. Let's take a look at the facility 5 years ago, December 6, 1992. There are a lot more changes at the new healthcare facility now than when we last visited. Most of the plastering has been done in the chronic care section of the building. Work is also being carried out on installing the fluorescent lights and the materials to install the ceiling tiles.
Good evening and welcome to the community event segment of tonight's broadcast. I'm Rhonda Green. The San Jose Commemorative Committee will be holding a $500 TV bingo on Wednesday, December the 10th, beginning at 7 p.m. Bingo cards are $1 each or 6 for $5 and are available from any member of the committee or in most stores around town. Please support the San Jose Commemorative Committee by playing TV bingo. The Youth Justice Committee has recently developed a pamphlet pertaining to the Alternative Measures Program. They are looking for a slogan to place on the front of this pamphlet. Any youth in grades 7 through 12 who are interested in helping to come up with a suitable slogan may do so by contacting their homeroom teacher for information. The deadline is Friday, December the 12th, and there will be a $25 prize for the winner. Tickets for the I.J. Matthews School Christmas Concert went on sale on Friday. Tickets cost $2 each. Each student may purchase 2 tickets from their homeroom teacher. All remaining tickets will be sold on a first-come, first-served basis at the school office. If your group or organization has an upcoming event planned, we will be happy to advertise it for you. You can contact the BBS office by Wednesday of each week to have photos included in this portion of our broadcast. That concludes the community event segment of tonight's program. See you next week.
BBS Playbill. Join us on Monday at 7 p.m. for Men's Work, a video on the cycle of violence. Tune in on Tuesday at 7 p.m. for Pansy's Garden. Try your luck on Wednesday at 7 p.m. by playing Stand and See Come Home Your Committee $500 TV Bingo. Bingo will be followed by a service from St. John the Evangelist Church entitled The Jesse Tree. At 7 p.m. on Thursday, we will have Screeching In Ceremonies Group 2 from the Stand and See Festival Matthew Visit. Join Pansy and the gang for craft stories and lots of fun Saturday morning, 11 a.m. on Pansy's Garden. And I'll be here again next week with This Week in Review. Next week's program will be followed by Women Jammin' from the Stand and See Festival Matthew Visit. Please stay tuned now for the Screeching In Ceremonies Group 2, also from this summer's festivities. For This Week in Review, I'm Dave Cooper. Good night.